Lynn, the most important thing is to learn the Tai Chi position, the stance. The whole notion of Tai Chi is to have a very low impact workout that opens meridians and energizes the body. So to do that, we usually start with our feet together. Now we'll stretch for 10 minutes or so before we begin a class. We'll start with our feet together and we step out with our left foot and we sink into our Tai Chi position. There's an old expression in Tai Chi, more on the outside, less on the inside. So if we want to get a harder workout, we would drop that stance wider. And this would give us a more physical workout, but not necessarily a more energizing workout. So I step out shoulders width, and my knees are slightly bent. My weight is evenly distributed around my whole foot. My weight is centered over my feet, not forward, not back. My back should be straight without me having to pull or push my buttocks in, but just relax my hips forward. At the same time, it's a very un-American posture. We're going to let our tummy go, and let our shoulders go, and our hands just hang to the side. So here we are in the Tai Chi position. Our head is up. If we drop the coin right here, the idea is it would drop straight through and fall between our feet. So we're perfectly aligned. Beginning exercise is called standing exercise. This is an older form of Tai Chi exercise. You won't find it in modern Tai Chi, especially the Yang style Tai Chi. Yang style is that style you see with long movements, and Sun Wu style, which is where we draw our lessons from, are more close-quartered, more energizing and healing. So we do standing exercise, and we'll go through this position. Then our hands will rise up. Our hands will come out. Our hands will come back to our shoulder and open. Our hands will go to our hips, and our hands will come back to our starting position. And we're going to do each one of those positions. We want to work towards 2 minutes of position. So we'd stand here for 2 minutes. Our hands would float up. We stand here for 2 minutes. Our hands will float out. We stand here for 2 minutes. Our hands come and open out. We stand here for 2 minutes. Our hands come to our hips. And then 2 minutes, and we're back to our starting position. Once we're back to our starting position, we're going to hold that for another minute or so and then begin walking exercise. Walking exercise, we shift our weight onto our left foot. Our right toe is going to become toe positive, and we're going to work a hemisphere in and out, putting the heel down and then rolling our whole body forward so that it is a continuous motion going from heel to toe. And we'll walk forward, and then we'll walk backwards. And you can do this any number of steps that you like. Usually, I try to do at least 100 steps or 5 minutes worth of walking exercise. The shoulders, you don't want them to rise and fall. We want to keep the shoulders on an even plane. And then when we're finished, come back to our Tai Chi position. That walking exercise is, again, low impact, but it's real good for balance, real good for opening our hips and keeping the energy in our hips, learning to balance. We want to be able to walk and shift position, and we should be completely balanced so that wherever we stop at any moment, we're balanced. And we're not wobbling. We're not falling, we're just completely balanced. So that's our walking exercise. After that, we have a series of warm-up exercises. The first one is called Hands Around the Moon. In Hands Around the Moon, our palms come in like we're coming around the surface of a big beach ball. And we come around and back, always keeping our palms on the surface of that imaginary ball. We want to make 16 trips around the ball. So we're going to go 1, and then 2, and so on and so forth. And when we come to our last one, we just come back, turn our hands down, back into our starting position. That's our first warm-up. Our second warm-up is called hands around the barrel. And we step out in what's called an archer stance. Our feet are perpendicular to one another, our weights in the middle, and we're going to put our hands on a barrel lid, and we're going to go around the barrel, opening and closing our knees and our hips. We'll make 8 trips, and then we'll reverse. And then we'll make 8, and we'll pass through. And we'll make 8, and we'll reverse. And we'll come back to our starting position. At this point, we're going to do some kata. Now we're going to expand later on those warm-up exercises, and we'll expand later on our kata. But our first and most important kata is called grasping the bird's tail. And what we're going to do is we're going to step out in our archer stance. Grab a bird by the tail, palms in, the bird flies down, and we drop with the bird. When we come up, we release the bird and come back. So here, here, and here. Want to be careful not to lean over with the bird, but instead to drop with the bird and let it go. And come back the other side. And I would say you do 8 on each side, a full repetition of 16 of those. And the whole time, focus on breathing and relaxation. The breaths will find their own rhythm. You don't have to worry about them. But breathe in through your nose, circulate the air down, and then back out. Do that in your standing, do that in your walking, and do that in your kata. All right, Lynn, I hope that gets you started. Call me if you have any questions. Thanks.